So his current swing allows him. So what do I like about it? I said I think it's the second best swing to the Butch Harmon swing. And I don't want to give Butch credit for the swing. I think Butch put a little bit of a saddle on a wild Mustang is all he did. Tiger Woods was like a freak of nature. And I've seen, go back, Google on YouTube or whatever, 1998 Tiger Woods long iron swing. You won't believe your eyes how hard he hits the ball and how fast he moves.
Well, I think that's what Butch does, right? You think of famously now he works with Koepka. He
cleans people up.
DJ and Ricky.
He cleans people up.
Exactly.
When they're out of position, he puts them in position. And I remember seeing Tiger and Butch way back when Golf Channel first started, doing one of those teaching nights. Tiger and Butch went on. The one Martin Hall does now, a different show, but same concept. And they were talking about that Tiger just hated it because Butch all day would make Tiger swing to the top, stop, wait a couple of seconds, and then swing down. And I give that drill to a lot of juniors whose legs are too active and a lot of people who are out of timing. It's a
great
sequencing drill
for anybody to try.
It's an awesome sequencing drill. Go to the top and stop. First of all, if you're out of balance, you're in trouble up there. But even if you're in a good spot, figuring out arm speed and body speed to square you up at impact is one of the most important things about golf.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people get
at a high level. At a high level, it's just timing.
Mm-hmm.
You're in good positions, but it's timing. So I think Butch softened his foot and leg work. He kept the club a little more in front of him. He didn't let it cross the line at the top, and it was a little closed face, so he tweaked his grip a bit. It was this beautiful golf swing. And then Tiger started really dipping the head and doing different things. The Hank Haney was a more... Anyway, it doesn't matter what all those were. But now, I think the thing that prevented Tiger from being great the last few years, besides the injury, was the head was dropping so much. 6 to 8 inches. I've got video of Tiger where his head drops 8 inches on a driver and then comes back up. It's the old using the ground force dynamics. And they're real. But I think when you're changing levels like that so much, there's not as much control, and you can't work the ball both ways.
No, you're gonna get stuck sometimes in figuring out that timing and hit
jammed
awful.
You get stuck, and then you got to back up, and
yeah.
So you can hit a cut stinger like that down through the shot. But the thing that won him this tournament, at least what he said, was he could work the balls both ways off the tee.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
to do that, being more level and having a quieter, less up-down in his swing, I think is really great. So I think a lot of people, well, you can't learn from that because not a lot of people drop their heads 8 inches, but keeping the head relatively level, I think, has really helped Tiger. And working the ball both ways at Augusta National is important, and a lot of guys can't do that. I'm not sure. Do you think DJ can hit a high draw when he wants to or will, or is he just that hard cut all the time?
Yeah, I think to say afraid is the wrong word, but I think DJ is very cautious about the...
Yeah, most players have their shot.
Yeah.
It takes incredible sophistication to hit a draw and a fade on back-to-back holes. And I'm not saying Tiger Woods is the best driver of the golf ball. I'm just saying that he's got himself, and they say he doesn't have a coach now. And, I mean, these are other uneducated things that I hate. Tiger Woods knows more about the golf swing now.
Tiger Woods is his coach now.
But he's learned from everybody, from his dad, from his coach as a kid, from his college coach, from Butch, from Hank Haney, from Sean Foley, from Chris Como. I mean, he can say now to Joey LaCava, his caddy, let me know if my head's dropping, or let me know if the club's inside, or, whatever. He just needs a little pair of eyes on him. It doesn't mean he's succeeding coachless.
Well, you've also heard his coaches, his past coaches, and other players say they don't know anyone who knows the golf swing better than Tiger. So Tiger's transcended the level of requiring someone to educate him.
Yeah.
So he does it for himself. But that took a lot of work, and it took a lot of help. And
anyway, the more level swing so he can work the ball both ways is awesome.
Yes.
The other thing that's always been so great that people can learn from is how quiet, and you can even talk about that shot into 15, Jake, the body control and the footwork is almost like a Baryshnikov. I love those little wedges he hits, those armsy wedges, I call them, where the feet are kind of quiet. He doesn't rip at it. You look at a Justin Thomas hitting a wedge, and the left leg is snapping back, and the right foot's off the ground, and he's not doing that, of course, when he's trying to hit a half or a three-quarter shot, but there's a lot of speed and energy and power even in those shots. Tiger Woods looks like he's in complete control and looks incredibly graceful when he hits most of his iron shots. And when his head's more level, our eye even picks that up. Like those little 8-irons he's hitting in there. It's so beautiful to watch. And I have no doubt that he can work it both ways. He can hit the high draw. He
did yesterday.
I mean, he can flight the ball any way he wants. And for those listening who don't really understand what golf's all about, golf is all about body control and controlling your golf ball. If you can control trajectory and spin, so when it lands, it actually, and a lot of people might not even believe this, but guys will hit a certain shot into a green onto a slope at Augusta to spin it left or to spin it right when it lands.
Yes.
So you'll hit a fade or a draw, land it on a certain plateau to feed the ball almost like a putt back to the hole. It's a level very few golfers ever get to. But Tiger's there, and I love that quiet footwork. So many juniors, we coach, the legs are flying, and it's full steam ahead. It's like fifth gear or nothing. And it's so neat to watch Tiger just hit those beautiful rhythmic shots. So, I mean, when he's controlling his golf ball, he's keeping his driver in play. I thought the weakest part of his game was his putting. He's always been a great lag putter and will continue to be. That's in his hands and his field. But, I mean, he missed on Friday. He missed putts on 12, 13, and 18.
Yeah, but he putted pretty well Saturday.
He didn't putt badly. He didn't make, like I've seen tournaments in the past where Tiger Woods was 55 for 55.
Yes, there's no doubt. There's no doubt from mid-range it wasn't special. I will agree with that. It wasn't like Francesco Molinari outputted Tiger for the majority of the event. I'd even argue for the whole event because that wasn't what let Francesco down in the end. He had 13 putts through 10 holes. It was
amazing watching him. He only had 2 going into Sunday. The guy had 1 bogey.
One
bogey.
So here's one for you. So he had over the tournament. Here's a fun tidbit for everybody, but extra fun for you. So he had 1 bogey going into Sunday. He actually said in his post-round press conference he almost wanted to get a bogey out of the way because it was on his brain. Just get it out of there. So he makes 1 bogey on Sunday and then 2 doubles. Unfortunately, 2 doubles. I guess fortunately if you want Tiger to win, but that's not how I wanted Tiger to win. So Francesco makes 2 doubles. He has 4 bogey or worse in the round. Okay? That is tied for the best of anybody at Augusta for the last 30 years. Any idea who he'd be tied with?
Spieth or Tiger?
Stricker.
Oh, really?
Steve Stricker. In what year was it? I wrote it down to make sure I don't forget. 2009 had 4 or less bogeys or worse. Didn't win.
Great putters. Tiger's won it without 3 putting. Great putters. And Steve's a very smart player. Steve Stricker played his entire career without power, kind of like Tiger's starting to play the game now.
Yeah.
You're moving your chess piece around the
Well, okay, for the record, not old Tiger power. Tiger still has plenty of power.
Yeah. 127. What was the number? So, Jake, you hit it farther than anyone close to me that I know. I'm 106 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I hit it 280 in the air. Not bad. I've seen you get to 121, 120.
Yep.
That's pretty fun to watch.
I think I peaked 124.
You can flight at 320 in the air. Tiger was clocked last year at 127.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't fathom how he gets there.
42, and I would assume he did it at 43 again. So, incredible. You got to see it in person.
Oh, unbelievable.
You ever go to a NASCAR event? You probably haven't, huh?
No.
You ever seen a car like that in person? How loud they are and how incredible it is as they rip by? You can't believe your eyes.
I saw you go in a NASCAR. So, yes, I have seen it.
Yeah, I was in the passenger seat, and we were doing 170 miles an hour or something. But you can't believe the violence of it. Or if you got in a pool beside Michael Phelps and you tried to swim beside him, it'd be like, oh, my God, I'm a quarter of the way done. He's done. Like, I've never seen anything like this. If you watch Tiger hit a golf ball and then you stand beside him and try to do it, that's what bothers me a little bit. There's the old, is golf a sport thing? I mean, or just a game, right? Try to hit a ball. I've said that to a couple of people. You can't even hit it 10 yards. You can't even make your body hit the ball. This guy's hitting it 300 yards and aiming at a cup 4 inches wide and almost making it every time.
Yeah.
the athletic skill that takes is, it might be the hardest thing to do in sports. And Steph Curry and others have said that. Tony Romo, and hitting a golf ball might be the hardest thing to do in sports. And this guy does it better than anyone's ever done it. That's what fascinates athletes. But even at that, it's not how he hits the ball that is most fascinating.
Do you realize we've said about 7 things fascinate athletes? Which isn't a bad thing. It just shows how it's phenomenal Tigers.
Yeah, I keep going back to that, but that's a big point to make.
You're right.
If
I totally agree with you.
impresses Steph Curry so much, and Roger Federer, and King James, and Michael Phelps,
Serena Williams,
they're all there watching him
100%.
and freaking out. And it's really, I was just going to say, it's the mental and emotional stuff that's the most impressive, even more than that. But golf requires it all. Golf requires fitness, flexibility, strength. It requires speed, power. It requires touch, finesse. It requires strategy and planning and decision making. It requires, focus, engagement, all the emotions you can come up with. It's a fascinating game because it requires everything.
100%.